Did Enron cause California's major energy crisis? Imagine a state where power outages become common, businesses struggle to stay open, and families face blackouts during hot summer days. That was California in 2000 and 2001. But what really caused this chaos? Some say it was just bad luck, but others point fingers at a major scandal involving one of the biggest energy companies in the world. California had started to change how it managed electricity in the late 1990s. They broke up large utility companies and created a new market where electricity could be bought and sold freely. This was called deregulation. It was meant to lower prices and boost competition. But the system had a flaw. Retail prices for consumers were capped, meaning utilities could not charge more, even if wholesale prices went up. Wholesale prices, however, were driven by supply and demand. By the year 2000, supply shortages began to appear. Droughts reduced hydroelectric power, and new power plants faced delays. Demand stayed high, but supply was limited, making the market tight. That is when Enron, a Houston-based energy company, stepped into the scene. Enron was heavily involved in the deregulated market and had a lot of influence over the rules. Enron traders started to manipulate the system. They took power plants offline during peak hours to reduce supply artificially. They submitted false information about how much power was available and how much was needed. They even engaged in strategies that caused wholesale prices to spike, sometimes by 20 times the normal rate. These tactics caused wholesale prices to rise about 800% from April to December 2000. Because retail prices were capped, utilities like Pacific Gas and Electric Company and Southern California Edison could not pass on these soaring costs to consumers. This led to huge financial losses for these companies. Pacific Gas and Electric even filed for bankruptcy. The crisis resulted in rolling blackouts across California, hurting businesses and inconveniencing residents. The economic damage was estimated to be between $40 and $45 billion. Federal regulators later confirmed that Enron's manipulations played a big role in worsening the crisis. The Federal Energy Regulatory Commission revoked Enron's license to trade wholesale energy because of these illegal practices. This scandal shows how a company's misconduct in a deregulated market can cause widespread economic problems. So, while Enron was not the only cause of California's energy crisis, its manipulative tactics made the situation much worse. The crisis was a clear example of how poorly designed markets and unethical behavior can lead to major disruptions in the economy. It also prompted new laws and rules to prevent similar problems from happening again.